Yo writers, welcome in this new episode of One Color Needed and all the small talks, but is it possible that all the nights before the paintings I don't sleep at all? I mean, I just finished the last video, I'm awake because of this, but man, my sleeping schedule is fucked up. But anyway, you are not my therapist, so good night.
Early the next morning.
What a good fantastic morning, writers. Let's go. Where the fuck am I going? I have to dress up first. Okay, better. Espresso time!
A few moments later.
Well, it's time to choose the colors. Actually, the color, because this is one color needed. And I have a little problem. Today's feeling is a muddy pink, like this one. And I have no dark outlines. I mean, I have these two cans, but they are for another project. The rest are bright. Too bright. So, this black from Montana White will save my day. Dear Montana, this is the second video where I sponsor you, so if you want to do a collaboration, I'm here, you know. Today I have just few cans in my backpack. A full black, a bit more black, a piece of white, and leftovers to sketch. Because, again, this is one color, more or less, needed. Anyway, let's take your vent head point of view and some paper with some graphite on it, and let's go. I said let's go, lazy vent from the past. Oh, good vent, come on. It's funny how Mr. Lazy Vent becomes Usain Bolt when he's about to miss the train. Fuck you. Well, Bolt was a bit faster than me.
By sheer coincidence.
I understood that God is making fun of me. Why? I just missed my train. Another train just arrived at the station, but it's not the train that goes to the place I have to reach. And straight in front of me there is another train going in the right direction, but it is the fucking wrong rail. It's fair. Nothing left to say.
A little later.
In Neapolitan language, I would say "obilogolak" or something like this. Which means, oh, there it is. And let me say, this shitty piece of junk. Kitties! Good morning, my friend! Good morning, my friend!
One eternity later.
Today we're gonna paint in an abandoned iron factory. Eras just found a wall down the pier, but there isn't enough space for 3 pieces. So me and Kira will paint in another structure, precisely in this tiny cool room. And it's even a panoramic room, a graffiti hotel suite, I would say. This is today's wall. As you can see, it's already painted, so I have to cross these guys. And it is never a pleasure, but I'm gonna make a proper piece over throw-ups, so it's something okay. Going on, the old piece under these throw-ups is still visible. I mean, to be clear, I'm not going over these guys as a punishment or something like that. I even know Doves, the guy on the left, and I highly suggest to check him out, by the way. I like his style so much. But I was saying, all the walls inside here are already painted, and this one is the wall in the worst condition, so I'll paint this one. So I guess that's time to paint. What do you think? Kira? What do you think? Is it time to paint?
Yes.
Let's paint. What a wonderful start! I sketched the V too much towards the right. Fortunately, I noticed it at the beginning, so I had to erase only one letter. Well, let's restart, dear writers. Today I'm not using the first lines technique, because today's letters are quite easy, so it's not that hard to find the right proportion. And this said by the guy who just erased a letter because of wrong proportion is pure poetry. While I'm sketching the 3D, just few words for those of you who don't know what one color needed is. I am truly convinced that to make a cool piece there is no need to buy tons of colors. In my opinion, you need just one color as fill-in and background, one outline, and if you want, well, I want, a color for the highlights. And I challenge you, writers out there, to make a piece following these rules, and to tag me on Instagram or whatever you want. Let's prove to the world that with few colors and even less money, it's possible to rock. Anyway, back to today's painting. This is the sketch. Easy peasy, as I said. Now it's the moment for a lot of cool, muddy and cheap bucket paint. For the background, I wanted to make a classic stain, as I call it. But as you can see, Kira is adding some drippings from the roof. Qua ce ne mettere 3 litri. And this looks so cool to me. And you know what we do with cool ideas from other people? We just copy it. Fair, no? But the paint is not dripping so much, so let's try to add some water and see what happens. Well, it isn't working properly, as you can see, so there is only one option left: asking for help to the person I just stole the idea. Not the best of the consistency, I know, but whatever. But I'm also making some drippings on my own, using these holes as the source of the drippings. Cool, well done to myself. Okay, I think that time for self-blowjob is over. I have something much more important to do: the outline. By the way guys, starting from now, some clips will be kinda yellow. Don't ask me why, I guess that the pink fucked up the auto-white balancing of the action cam. I'm keeping this piece as simple and clean as possible, because in my opinion, since there aren't fadings and effect and stuff like that, there is nothing that will hide mistakes. I made some background even on the floor, to make the piece more three-dimensional. I am even breaking the outline in some spots, to make everything much more dynamic. I hope that it is gonna work and that the final result that I want will be on the wall at the end, and not all in my mind. Done, but in this kind of paintings, details are important, so let's do few details. Just few shadows and some highlights are in the making. After it, I will show you our final results. Yes, our, because Kira is doing a one-color piece as well. By the way, I want you to write in the comments who made the best one-color piece. Friendly battle done. As always, let's analyze it. But before saying anything, one thing. I know that the photo is not the best because of the light, but it's the best frontal photo I managed to do. So, first of all, the balancing. There isn't so much to say about it, since the piece is quite easy. The piece balancing is made like a peacock tail. All the letters are pointing down in the middle. The V and the T are more slanted toward that point, obviously because they are farther from it. Otherwise, the E and the N are more straight, because they are closer to this virtual point. These four elements balance the piece a lot. They are placed in strategic position. These two leads, by the way, I will steal some words from Smoe, these two leads have the same angle, but they are mirrored and they are on the same axis. So cool. The same for these two chips, even if they are not mirrored. I tried on paper to make them specular, but I prefer this version. In my opinion, these are small details, but they are very important. Without these elements, the piece wouldn't have the same power. The lettering. If you watch my videos, by the way, subscribe to my channel and turn on the nice bell down below, you could have noticed that today's piece is quite easy for my standards. No loops, no extensions, etc. This is for two reasons. First, sometimes I really like to go easy, because I feel less under pressure and because basically I like it so much. Second, I'm always searching for the evolution of my style, and to do more and more complicated letters. But the evolution starts from the easy styles, like this one. If I wasn't able to do easy stylish letters, it would be all a big lie, my graffiti, I mean. Recently I'm sketching a lot of easy pieces, without loops and stuff, to improve the style of the single letters, and the style in general, also in terms of composition. About this piece, I like so much today's letters. The V is perfect, in my opinion. I like really much the fact that the right stick has two edges. Normally I do just one. I like it because it balances the letter. The right part is more structured, and this shifts a bit the center of gravity of the V to the right, making everything more flowish. The E is way more simple than the V, a bit too much, but I like it. Basically, it is just one big curved stick. Maybe the upper part should be a bit fatter, just to touch the N, but whatever. The M. It's very cool. The right part is perfect in my opinion. The left stick should be a bit fatter and a bit less hidden by the E, but it's cool anyway. The T, in my opinion, is really cool. It has only one big problem. It covers the N in the bottom part. To be honest, it's more a problem of the N, maybe. But anyway, I did it because I wanted to balance the fact that here the N covers the T, but at the end I have to say that it should be much better if the N covered the T, because the N is too hidden. The background. In my opinion, it's really cool. The popping out effect I was talking about, it's real, in my opinion. I have to say big thanks to Kira, because the drippings fit fucking perfectly. And also well done to myself, because this broken outline effect mixed with the soft drop shadow looks so cool. Anyway, the background in general is a bit too big compared to the piece. Just a bit, and this is something that I want to improve in the next paintings, but about today, I don't think that it ruins the piece. Last but not least, I decided to make the highlights only on the letters and not also on the background, like in the first episode. And I have to say that this was a win choice, because in this way, also thanks to the drop shadow of the piece, it is popping out even more, even if the drop shadow of the piece in some points is a bit too black. It should be a bit softer. So guys, this is it for today. I hope you like the piece, because I like it so much. If you like it, subscribe to the channel and tap on the bell, follow me on Instagram and write in the comments who win this friendly one color battle. And see you next time.